Well, good morning, and this is our last day and end day, and we're going to be flying back to Labuan, Bajo in a little while. It looks like we picked the wrong morning yesterday for the sunrise, doesn't it? Ah, look at it, it's beautiful today. Hey ho, that's the way it goes. It's going to be a reason to come back and see a proper sunrise up at Kilomutu, isn't it? Maybe if we'd known, we would have been able to get up there this morning. I don't know, it might have been too rushed because we got a very early flight. By the way, I don't know if I showed you this. Leon people bury their dead at their home, and that is one of their ancestors there. Don't know if you noticed that in previous bits.
We're Mark and V, and this is our adventures.
Right, and here's something that you don't see very often in Indonesia, isn't it? They got condensation on the mirrors and windscreen. Look, it's absolutely a different world up here. I don't think it's that much colder. It's probably, I don't know, 20 degrees at the moment. Feels a lot colder because we've been so hot. But I'm sure if we came directly from here, from the UK, at this time of year, we'd be feeling quite warm. At the moment, it's comfortable, but it does feel chilly. It's quite funny here, the early morning on the roads with the dogs. They really seem to, control the roads, as opposed to the cars controlling the roads. They just stand there and just look at the cars have got to drive around. They're not really bothered at all. Reminds me sort of like what Bali was like maybe 15 years ago, if I'm really honest. Right, there seems to be a set of rice fields that have been set up here that I'm not going to walk on that there because that looks very curious, but you can see where they've done the Instagram little bit there. But this is quite beautiful. Flores is definitely the new Bali, if there's such a thing, yeah. And what I mean by that is it feels like Bali did for me the very first time I went, the very first couple of times I went, in fact. It's just peaceful, not very much traffic. It's costly. I do think it's costly, and I do think maybe that's going to put a lot of people off because accommodation isn't too bad, but the transport and everything is definitely on the high side. But if you want to come here, you're going to have to face up to that, aren't you, really? Well, we're back in Ende and ready to fly to Labuan Bajo again. And little tiny airport, not very many people here, quite pleasant really. We've got to show tickets now, so hang on a minute. So we're here in the airport now. It's a tiny little airport. Okay, so we've just come up the escalator. So you come up from down below, come up in an escalator, and you come round to the waiting area. I'd say it's not a very big airport, but it's sufficient. In actual fact, it looks quite comfortable up here. Yeah. Toilets, playing room, which you'd expect to see here. I'm just gonna have a wander around while we're here. So we've got crisp and water. Yeah, so there's plenty of space here. Have a look around. Yeah, no complaints here. Nice seats, you know, windows out looking over the airport. Come down through here. You see right out through, and there's something landing there. Yeah. As you remember, when we came in here, we circled, I don't know how many times, 6, 7 times before they actually landed. They were a bit worried about wind speeds and that, but we landed very, very fast. But he came in very fast as well. So, look out there, you can see the sea. Anyway, we're going to try and find a way of getting some breakfast now. I'm sure there will be a way of getting some of this crisp and coffee over there by the looks of it. Well, it looks like a plane's turned up. They're pretty much like buses out here. So they just drive in and drive out. So you can see over there, there's the Wings airplane, and they carry all the cargo, parcels, anything else that's going to come to the island, and people. And I think it comes here, people get off, we have a quick clean, and then we get back on. So we'll be on that in a minute and fly back to Labuan, and then we got to sort out our boat trip for tomorrow. It was all sorted out, but we got a phone call late last night telling us that he could no longer do it, and he would have to we'd have to have it done, have a short trip today or the day after. So I said it's okay, we'll have our money back. So now he's apparently going to organise it. So I'll probably do a little bit of stealth filming in the car travelling back. So we've got some footage of him, just in case he tries to totally rip us off. If we don't get our money back, at least the one thing I can do is put his picture up. Hopefully, you know, I'm just being overcautious now. We'll see. So here we go. It all gets a bit noisy again now. These propeller-driven planes are very, very loud when you're outside. We'll go on now. Find our seat. Hopefully it's going to be really plain and simple. Now, that engine there is picking out hot air. You wouldn't believe how hot that is when you start getting on. It's like being like a really hot air dryer. Hello.
Hi, welcome aboard.
And we're down towards the front this time, I believe. So as we down through. Okay, so we're on, and instantly it feels cooler than it did on the last trip. Maybe because we're at the back of the plane last time, maybe that's hotter, I don't know. But you can see where we are. Like, we're right opposite the prop. Well, hopefully you can hear me now. What we didn't realise when we were, first of all, sat in the plane to take off, we went down to the end of the runway, and as he turned round and looked up, did the turn to look up the runway, we got a sight right up through the runway.
and it was a great big mountain at the end of the runway. So that's where we banked off. I'm going to show you it in the edit so you can see. I'll sort of cut a still out of the video footage. You can have a look. It's quite a big mountain at the end. I'm quite shocked. Anyway, we say bye bye to end day. And now we're going to head off back to Labuan, Bajo. It is very stunning scenery though, isn't it? Probably said it a few times already, but I think it's very Jurassic. Well, you just seen that with us. Don't know what the volcano is called, but by the time I've edited it will be down below in the information. V is chuffed to hell because all she wants to see is smoking volcanoes. She's seen two now on this holiday. We've seen actually seen two. I think we saw a very minor eruption when we were in Java, and you would have seen that if you watched the previous video. And if you haven't, I'll put the link up here so you can watch it. And we just seen that, which was smoking. So we're really happy, and V's absolutely ecstatic. Well, we're down. Quite a gentle landing in comparison, but the plane is so creaky. Landed. Fingers crossed. The next step will be pretty damn easy. The driver will be waiting, and we'll get down to the resort pretty quickly. We've got no baggage to collect this time, so that's going to make things really so much easier. Terima kasih.
There we are. We're back in Labuan Bajo, the last magic on earth. Do you know what? They might just be right.
There is a definite difference in heat as soon as you get back here. So much hotter. Mind you, we've been up in the mountains. We've been quite high up for the last couple of days.
So when we come through here, exit to our left. And you can see all the people waiting there, all the taxi drivers, hoping to bag someone. Now this is certainly a lot busier than it was last time we were here. So we'll just come through. Very casual though, no issues at all. Oh, yeah. Right, where is he? Where is he? There he is! And how easy was that? That was a really nice and easy process. And there we are again.
Are you?
They're very good.
We're leaving Labuan Airport, although we will be back here in a couple of days. We'll be back here to fly back to Bali. So, say bye-bye to the airport, and then we head off to Sylvia Beach Resort. To see what that's like. It's a place me and V have stayed previously about 5 years ago. When we stayed there then, it was quite a little bit of paradise because there wasn't anything else there. The road down to it was a muddy road, muddy track. Well, already we've noticed that the road down to Sylvia Beach has improved immensely. It was a dirt track last time we came down here, and they had to bring us down on a 4x4. There was landslides, but we had to drive cautiously around. But now look at it, this is probably better than some of the roads we have in the UK. Okay, so we've checked in at the Sylvia Beach Resort early. We asked about breakfast, so they sent us down to. I keep on scratching my eye, don't I, lately? I don't know what it is. We asked about breakfast, and they pointed us down to the restaurant. So we've come down to the restaurant, and these lovely people here, they got a buffet breakfast. They've said, oh,
we said how much is breakfast, and they said it's free. We're not even meant to be staying here till later on today. How great is that? I'm chuffed to bits. That was a beautiful breakfast. It's so kind of them to say you can help yourself there. Didn't need to, and they could have charged us, but that's very nice of them. Now, this is the bay. Sadly, I can see something being built over there. That's going to ruin it, isn't it? But progress, I guess. If I'm right, the canoes there are free with the hotel, and you can borrow them and go out and have a little canoe around. Fair few more boats out there now. Little pontoons, so obviously you get picked up here if you need to be. But yeah, the sun sort of sets over that way, and when we were here last time, oh, that's nice to see as well. Look at that, they're picking up the rubbish. So nice to see. Yeah, the sun sets over that way, and when we were here last time, it was the most incredible sunset. It's just like, words just could not describe it, and hopefully we'll have a similar one tonight. Today is all about chill now. It's no more than, we're not doing anything exciting, we're not doing anything at all. We'll go for a swim, paddle. I'll probably take the drone out around in a little while. Well, maybe a little bit later. Let me cool down a bit after we checked into the room. And yeah, just really chill out and enjoy ourselves. Now, you do pay a little bit more for a resort like this, and we've not gone silly, we've not gone for the beachfront rooms, we've gone for a standard room. Obviously we're on a budget, prove that you can do it as well. And I keep on reminding people, we are, all in our 50s, late 50s. And we've managed it. And we've seen older people than us doing stuff. So there's no excuse ever. If you're not very fit, just start getting yourself a little bit fitter. We're not the fittest. And save up your money. You could have something like this as well. And believe me, these places won't stay like this forever. Travel is too easily accessible, so people aren't going to come here. And with people coming here, they're going to build. Just got to look over there. Look at it. That monstrosity there. But people will want to stay there because they'll be able to see the beach, see the sea, see the sunset. And if they got no intention of doing anything else, that's a holiday in itself, isn't it? So get yourself out of here. You're never too old to travel. I think what me and V will do, we're going to carry on as long as we can. And when it comes to a day, like all of us, it will come a day when we can't do stuff like this. We have plans. We'll do cruises. We'll do something. Well, we've arrived at the Sylvia Beach Resort here in Labuan, Bajo. Slight upgrade on the last place we stayed here the other night when we had to have a door kicked in, if you remember. We've opted for one of what they call the garden view rooms. So this is our view. Got the pool there, and the beach is literally just there. It's quite pleasant. It's quite cool here. It's in the shade, which is very nice. So let's take you in and show you the room. And then we come. And look at this. This is a very, very beautiful room. I'm quite happy with that. Now we talk about plug sockets. Instantly I can see a plug socket on the wall there. I can see one over there with a lamp. And as we swing round, we have a desk, TV, and we have a fridge. Although I'm not seeing many more sockets. Let's have a look underneath. Nope. Oh, there's a splitter there. We have extra sockets up there. So we've got TV, air conditioning, which you'd think every room would have, but obviously the last place we stayed in Ende didn't have a fan. air conditioning or anything. And it had a thick duvet. But let's not worry about that. We come round, nice painting on the wall. Air conditioning's cool as well, I can feel it already. I'm quite happy. That bed's looking lovely. It really is looking lovely. I've been looking for a really decent bed for a while. Bottles of water, coffee making facilities. Have we got anything in the minibar? No. Well, that doesn't matter. We could purchase some stuff and put it in there if we wanted to. And we also have a wardrobe, safe, just checking there. So if you're planning on staying for a duration of time, that's quite good. And as we swing around, then this must be the bathroom. So in we go. So let's have a look at the bathroom. Well, we have a nice sink there. Back to sort of having bits and pieces like soap and toothbrushes, tissue paper. Shower looks lovely. I mean, that looks very good. It's a basic, very simple shower. However, nothing wrong with that.
All the showers are made for short people, though.
Yeah, all the showers are made for short people, so we're very happy about that. I'm just going to have a look underneath the sink. Well, the plumbing's there. The last place we stayed at, the sink was plumbed into the next room, and it just went onto the floor. And there you go, toilet. It's always good to see if there's a decent toilet, because I know people really worry that the toilets are good. Yeah, pleased with that. 2 towels there. That all looks very good, I think. Are you happy, Mrs. V?
Happy, thank you.
So Mrs. V is very happy. So there we go. And if we wanted to look out the window, let's pull it back. You know, that is your view. You've got 2 little chairs outside to sit and enjoy the shade, a hanger. And I even believe they supply some house cats if you require them. So all in all, really, really happy with this. And we've got 2 days here. We've got a Komodo trip tomorrow. We're going to see Komodo Island, Pink Beach and a few other bits and pieces. So today's going to be a chill day now. I'll probably take a drone out for a fly. Might even go and get a massage. And tonight we're going to go down the local town and do maybe a bit of shopping. You know, get the obligatory t-shirt. Anyway, see you a little later on, guys, right? It's quite a lovely place. Like I say earlier, me and V have stayed here before. These are all quite new refurbished places here, and you can see they're still sorting out the fronts to them. They haven't quite finished them yet, so I don't think they're available for rent. There's 2 pools. You got 3 pools. You got one over there and a little kiddie one behind. And as you walk down, you got the restaurant here. You got a second pool here. So you got your restaurant here, which we'll no doubt show you one of the mornings when we're staying. There's now a little jetty out there. You can see the little jetty. And you can hire canoes. I don't know if you can see, just there, there's canoes as well, and there's life jackets and all that available as well. When we came last time, there was a second resort next door, but it appears they've bought it out now. And so all these cottages, bungalows, whatever you want to call them, along this section is now part of Sylvia. They're still being done. You can see there's a bit rickety. That cat just disappeared down and out there. But some of them are quite nice. I think they've started at the far end and working back. Some people are obviously staying here a bit longer than others because there's settees and all sorts shoved there. Mind you, the room is full of everything, so maybe that's just available for a later stage. Now, the one beauty about this resort is the fact that sunset, I'm just going to walk, well, you can see there, sunset is going to come right down there, right in the middle of the bay. So this is another one of those places where it's the perfect sunset location. A bit like Kuta Beach in Bali, you know, the sunset goes right down in the middle of a bay. You know, so if you're in Kuta, Labuan, Seminyak Beach, the sun sets right out in front of you with no obstructions. Well, there's a little obstruction here because you've got a few little islands, but on the whole, this is a really, really quite nice place to be. A friend of ours is actually staying in one of the, probably the second to last cottage bungalow down at the very end. So I'm going to walk down here because we're going to have a beer with V now, who's walking the other way. And we're going to settle on the beach. Well, this is the reason we came here. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Now, a little while ago, I was talking to you about how this driver we think is trying to rip us off with the trip tomorrow to Komodo. Well, he's just phoned back, and after saying he can get a, you might have heard him in the taxi, I don't know if I managed to get it on film. He said he can get a new driver, a new pilot for the boat, captain. Now he's telling me, nope, he can't do it because it's Ramadan. It's the end of Ramadan, actually. So he told me he can get someone else. And I said, well, you know, sorry, I don't trust you now. He's hung up on me twice, phoned him back, and he is being quite elusive. I've told him, no, we want our money back. And he is making sort of lots of excuses. Not very happy at all. Even if we get our money back, he's ruined the trip, because the chances of being able to reorganise tomorrow now is getting very, very remote. How frustrating is it? You know, I mean, I'm gonna put his details below in this video, because, you know, all right, we've been mugged off by him, but you know, the whole idea of this channel is about tips and help with each other, you know, and showing our experiences of what's happened. And I don't want anybody else to fall foul of this guy's, you know, excuses, promises. And that's not fair, is it? You know, we don't even know if we're going to get our money back from him. He told us we had to pay the money up front. We've got no receipt for it. That's naive, really. You wouldn't do that anywhere else in the world. Somehow in Indonesia, it seems to be the right thing to do. You know, you believe people. However, we got no receipt. He's promised he's going to turn up at 7:30 tonight. Whether he does or not, I don't know. So we'll see what happens. Am I annoyed? Yeah, I'm really annoyed. But you will all see his picture, and I'm going to post, you know, the picture's going to come up again now. I'm going to screenshot it as well off the video, so you can see what it looks like. His WhatsApp details will be down below, and his company's name will be down below as well. If we get the money back, it's one thing, but promising people something and leaving it to the very deadly last moment is crap. Really is crap. So, you know, I'm not very happy about that. But while I'm talking to you, look at that lovely liveaboard boat there. Looks like a proper pirate ship, doesn't it? We didn't get to do it this year. And however, I think we should have. I think we'd have probably been okay. But look at this. How beautiful is it? How stunning. This is truly a slice of paradise. I hope you're enjoying it. And if you are, guys, you know, please give us a thumbs up. Please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe. We appreciate each and every one of you. And the more we join together, the more we can help each other, and carry on this thing, you know, of you know, sharing information, sharing tips, tricks, and, you know, helping each other, like, go to places and believing that we can do it as well. Anyway, look at that. We're going to head off down to town in a minute. Hopefully before that, we're going to get our money back. We'll see. See you in a little while. Well, 7:30 came and went, and he didn't turn up. So we still haven't got our money. So I gave Aries a phone call, and he said he would help us. So let's see what happens. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video, guys. Look after yourselves. See you later. Bye.